Hello friends, dear learners and my dear student. First of all, I take an opportunity to welcome you at my MSc Second Analytical Chemistry class. I am Dr. S.R. Labde, working as Associate Professor in the Department of Chemistry at KTHM College, Nasik. Student, in previous lecture we discussed definition, analytical principle and steps involved in a stripping voltammetry. In addition to this, we discussed the working electrode employed in stripping voltammetry. We discussed the construction and working of hanging mercury drop electrode and mercury thin film electrode in previous lecture. We also know that hanging mercury drop electrode gives more reproducible result at higher concentration of analyte, while mercury thin film electrode gives more sharp peak on a voltammogram. In today's lecture, we discuss the working of stripping voltammetry. Working of stripping voltammetry. Student, stripping voltammetry is a two steps of chemical analysis. Stripping voltammetry is a two-step analytical, two-step voltammetric method of analysis. The first step is called as concentration step, pre-concentration step. And it is carried out by electrodeposition process. Student, we know that stripping voltammetry have a lowest detection limit, that is up to -10 mole. Therefore, very low concentration of analyte is measured by this method. Therefore, initially analyte is deposited onto the working electrode. Therefore, pre-concentration step is carried out by stirring the solution and analyte is electrolytically deposited onto the working electrode. The pre-concentration is carried out pre-concentration of analyte is carried out onto the working electrode electrolytically means by electrolysis process. During this analyte solution is stirred. In order to deposit maximum amount of analyte on working electrode. In a pre-concentration step, analyte is electrolytically deposited onto the working electrode. That means electrolysis process is used for this purpose. Generally, stirring is carried out in electrodeposition process because here more analyte when deposited onto the working electrode, the sensitivity of method is increases. It is not essential to deposit total analyte which is present in the analyte solution. Therefore, pre-concentration step is carried out in a measured time. It is not essential to deposit total analyte because it is a comparative method. Whatever the time we provide for deposition of analyte in a sample solution, that much time we have to provide for analyte in a standard solution. Therefore, here deposition time is accurately measured. It is not essential to deposit total analyte, but the deposition time in Latin word it is called as chrono, is accurately measured. Therefore, pre-concentration step or a deposition step, it is also called as plating of metal. It is also called as metal plating step, and it is carried out in a measured time. Because here time is very important. Whatever the time we allow for sample, exactly same time we have to give or we have to allow for this standard solution. Then the measurement of standard and measurement of sample is utilized for determination of concentration of sample. Therefore, pre-concentration step is the first step in a stripping voltammetry. Second step of the stripping voltammetry, that is the stripping step. Stripping step is the second step of the stripping step. The analyte is electrolytically stripped out from the working electrode back into the solution. Therefore, analyte which is deposited in first step, now it is redissolved into the analyte solution in a second step. And second step, that is electrolytical stripping, is carried out by using linear potential scan. The potential sweep program is linear. That means here we linearly scan potential in opposite direction in order to strip that analyte back into the solution. Therefore, the potential that is called as the peak potential EP at which analyte is stripped is its identity, and the peak current that is IP at this potential is proportional to concentration of analyte. Therefore, stripping step, that is the second step of stripping voltammetry, in which pre-concentrated analyte is electrolytically stripped back into the solution by using linear potential ramp. In this case, the potential at which the analyte is removed from the electrode is its identity. During this, whatever the magnitude of current thus obtained, that is called as peak current, which is proportional to the concentration of the analyte. This is the basis of a stripping voltammetry. With suitable example, now we discuss the working of stripping voltammetry. Working of stripping voltammetry, we know that it is a two-step method of analysis. Suppose, for example, consider the oxygen-free, similar to polarographic analysis, here dissolved oxygen also interfere in a stripping voltammetric method. Therefore, here it is essential to remove the dissolved oxygen from the analyte during the measurement by means of all voltammetric method. Consider the oxygen-free cadmium 2 plus ion as an analyte with the excess of supporting electrolyte like KCl is taken into a electrolysis cell containing hanging mercury drop electrode and saturated calomel reference electrode. Hanging mercury drop working electrode and saturated calomel electrode as a reference electrode. In this case here, the single drop of mercury is held on the tip of the capillary that act as a site for the redox reaction. Therefore, here another electrode, that is a saturated calomel electrode. This is called as hanging mercury drop electrode. Analyte solution is cadmium 2 plus excess of KCl solution. Concentration of this cadmium is about 10 raised to minus 10 moles. That is, concentration limit is up to 10 raised to minus 4 moles. Suppose, for example, in first step, the analyte solution is stirred and the potential of working electrode is kept to that value where cadmium 2 plus is get reduced. Therefore, in this case, solution is also stirred. During this stirring is carried out. So that cadmium 2 plus as an analyte present in the solution get reduced to cadmium amalgam on this working electrode. This process is called as reduction. At that time, this working electrode is functioning as a cathode. Therefore, here reduction is carried out when that working electrode is cathode. Therefore, in this case, pre-deposition of that cadmium onto the mercury electrode is carried out by reduction process. Therefore, here initially this is a cathode. Therefore, after a major time of electrode deposition process, the electrolysis process is discontinued. After Major time of deposition, the electrolysis process is discontinued. That means stopped, continued, and stirring is stopped. Therefore, solution is made quiescent. The solution becomes quiescent. Then in second step, that is called as stripping step. In second step, the potential is scanned linearly in opposite direction. Therefore, here initially, if we carry out the reduction of cadmium, suppose for example, reduction will be takes place at minus 0.6 volt versus saturated caloric electrode. Or if we keep a potential little bit greater than this, suppose for example 0.8 volt versus saturated caloric electrode. But when we have to scan the potential in opposite direction, the scanning is carried out linearly. Initially, we directly kept that potential to a fixed value to which that analyte is reduced. Little bit more negative potential is kept so as to reduce total analyte onto the working electrode. From that reduction potential, the potential scanning is carried out in opposite direction in order to carry out this stripping operation. Therefore, here then potential is linearly scanned in opposite direction. Then when it reaches equal to the oxidation potential of cadmium, then cadmium is redissolved in solution according to this reaction. That is, cadmium amalgam is get converted to cadmium 2 plus mercury plus 2 electron. This process is called as oxidation. And when this process is oxidation, it is carried out at the electrode anode. At that time, that working electrode becomes anode. Therefore, here in stripping step, this electrode becomes anode. In first step, this electrode is cathode. In a pre-concentration step or deposition step, is second step, same electrode, now it becomes anode. Therefore, we concentrate that analyte by reduction process and we can carry out stripping by oxidation process. Therefore, this method is called as anodic stripping voltammetry. Therefore, here there are two types of stripping voltammetry. Number one is called as anodic stripping voltammetry, in which the analyte is deposited by reduction process and it is redissolved by oxidation process. Therefore, measurement of the analyte is carried out in second step, that is during oxidation of the analyte. Therefore, it is called as anodic stripping voltammetry. During the oxidation process, the potential at which analyte undergo oxidation is its identity and the current of oxidation of analyte is proportional to the concentration of the analyte which is stripped out from the electrode surface. This is the basic of anodic stripping voltammetry. Now in this case, we have a graph that is a result in this voltammetric analysis, that is again a voltammogram, and this voltammogram gives us the information about the sample. Therefore here in this case, in anodic stripping voltammetry, current in microampere measured as a function of potential. Here potential measured in volt and it is scanned from opposite direction. Therefore suppose here at here 0.8, here 0.8, 0.6, 0.4, 2, 0.6, minus 0.4, minus 0.2, minus 0, plus 0.2, plus 0.4. Therefore here in this case the potential is scanned now from negative to positive. Therefore here this is the stage where analyte is pre-concentrated. Potential at which analyte is pre-concentrated. From that potential, we have to scan the potential to positive direction. Therefore, initially we have some residual current. When that potential reaches equal to the oxidation potential of analyte, then we have a peak on this voltammogram. Therefore, this peak that will be occur at that potential, this is a peak potential which is equal to EP, which is the identity of the material which is stripped from the electrode. And this is a peak current from this point to this point. This is a IP called as peak current, and this peak current is directly proportional to the concentration of analyte. In this case, the potential at which the analyte is stripped out, that is the identity, because that is the oxidation or reduction potential of that particular species. During this, whatever the current obtained or observed, that is proportional to the concentration of analyte. In this way, the qualitative analysis is carried out by using peak potential and quantitative analysis is carried out by using peak current. Therefore, in anodic stripping voltammetry, pre-concentration step is carried out by reduction process, as stripping step is carried out by oxidation process. During oxidation, the working electrode becomes anode and measurement is carried out during oxidation process. Therefore, this technique is called as anodic stripping voltammetry. Second type of voltammetry technique in which we can carry out pre-deposition of analyte by oxidation process and stripping by reduction process, that is called as cathodic stripping voltammetry. Cathodic stripping voltammetry is exactly similar to anodic stripping voltammetry. Only difference is that the step of operation. In cathodic stripping voltammetry, analyte is pre-concentrated on the electrode by oxidation process. The analytes which forms insoluble salt with mercury by reduction process that cannot be determined by anodic stripping voltammetry. Such analytes are determined by cathodic stripping voltammetry. Therefore, in cathodic stripping voltammetry, analyte is pre-concentrated onto the working electrode by an oxidation process, and stripping is carried out by reduction process. During reduction process, a peak current and a peak potential is measured for qualitative and quantitative analysis. Therefore, this is about the types of stripping voltammetry. First type is anodic stripping voltammetry. Second type is cathodic stripping voltammetry. Both technique works on the same principle. Only difference is that in anodic stripping voltammetry, measurement is carried out during the oxidation of analyte. In cathodic stripping voltammetry, measurement is carried out during the reduction of analyte. Here, in this case, anodic stripping voltammetry have more applications because more number of ISR or more number of samples are determined by the anodic stripping voltammetry, while very few number of analytes or sample are measured by cathodic stripping voltammetry. But both technique works on the same principle. Student, based on this discussion, you can find out the answers of following question. Explain the working of stripping voltammetry. Second question is that differentiate anodic stripping voltammetry and cathodic stripping voltammetry with respect to their analytical working. That means here we have to explain the steps involved in anodic stripping voltammetry and steps involved in cathodic stripping voltammetry. Therefore, here based on the analytical principle, you have to differentiate this anodic stripping voltammetry and cathodic stripping voltammetry. Student, this is all about the working of stripping voltammetry and types of stripping voltammetry. In forthcoming lecture, we discuss the different applications and we solve some numericals based on this stripping voltammetry. With this, we stop here. Thanks for joining me. Wish you all the best. Keep learning. Happy learning.